Oh man, Star Trek intakes are hilarious. Where are we going? South? South.
Gunners are searching for airborne and surface targets.
Actually, I guess for the battleship it would make sense to go north, but... You know, the best part is that by the time I actually get Nordak, the next patch will probably be out. And I highly doubt that they're actually going to give us anything particularly interesting for the next one.
Probably not, no. Oh shit, I'm home. Oh well.
I'm noting a surprising lack of encounter matches today. So how... Man, the Krim does not have very much freeboard, does it? That is very much a First World War ship. And that's a toning. Naval kinda sucks now. You don't say.
I'm just so confused as to how I killed a BB with 6-inch guns.
Yeah.
In a one tap.
I mean, it's not the strangest thing I've seen today.
No, but I'm just vividly confused.
Yeah. It's just they managed to make everything absolutely terrible.
Yeah. What are these damage models? It'd be nice if they would implement some sort of like staged fire, so you could like select your turrets instead, like, oh, you know, delays and stuff. That's more realistic. Like, especially just to have both a slight offset between like the front and rear turrets for firing and stuff. That'd be nice, but oh well.
Being able to actually, like, I mean, they technically have a ripple fire in already. It's just you have the choice of have it per barrel or per turret.
It's fine. It's pretty good how it is, though.
And
it's not perfect, but you can kind of. Yeah, I mean, I think... Didn't we have radar range finding at this point? I swear the ship literally has radar range finding on it.
Which ship?
Portland?
Look at the fire control director, and does it have a big grill in front of it?
Yes, it does.
That's a radar fire control system.
The thing on the main tower has a big grill on top of it, and then there's one on the back, which I think is the AA one, and that also has a grill on it.
Yeah, which would be a radar. It doesn't look as though Brooklyn is outfitted with radar range finding.
Could just be an early... I wonder when the... It doesn't quite say when the refit is for this. I think Portland is 42.
The Portland refit is literally damage taken in Pearl Harbor repair.
Oh, it's not like more Bofors.
Or post Coral Sea. Like, it's a pre-midway fit.
Hmm.
Brooklyn, it doesn't want to tell me. Portland is a 1942 early fit. Helena is the fit she was in when she sank. Atlanta is in a fit that she never served in. Brooklyn is very much in a 1941 fit, if not a 1940 fit. Cleveland, it doesn't want to tell me, but it's at least a late 1942, probably 1943 fit, just by virtue of... Actually, it's probably a 1942 fit, because it's got 4 twin Bofors, right? Twin Bofors were very early, like, as soon as they possibly could, they swapped every piano out for a twin Bofors. Because they took up the same space.
And the Chicago type, what was it, Chicago piano or something?
Yeah, the piano sucked.
I mean, it's a good concept, but it just...
You can't feed
also...
it reliably, it doesn't run reliably unless you provide it with, like, exquisite levels of time and effort with maintenance that... You know, you had to sit there and baby it. And that doesn't tend to work for military arms. I mean, the Ross rifle is a beautiful rifle for target shooting, but is it a good military weapon? No.
Or secondary? Yeah, it's like, if it was the main gun turrets, or the secondaries, and it was like 5-inch, you have to take care of those things, but it's, you're not babying.
No, you have to keep them clean and everything, but the amount of maintenance the piano had, it's 4 guns. And even
also, I mean, look at the US ships were made to be, like, not have to do maintenance.
Well, yeah, because they reduce the amount of maintenance you have to do. And then your crews aren't sitting there running ragged trying to keep the thing floating.
Yeah, let's look at the boilers. We had the same ones as the Germans, but when we got the, I think it was the Eugen post-war, it broke in like 3 months.
Eugen's pressure was at like 1200 psi.
Was it? They had high pressure boilers, but I can't forget if they were higher pressure than the US ones, but they were definitely higher maintenance.
The US operated at higher pressure than everybody else in the world, and then the Germans decided to one-up them by literally doing double the pressure. Like, I'm pretty sure most boilers were operating between 400 and 600 psi, right? The US high-pressure boilers, as in the US was typically operating on 600, if I remember correctly, but their high-pressure boilers being on the order of 900 psi. And the Eugens were... Eugen and I don't think the rest of the Hippers just Eugen, because not one of them had the same entire machinery setup. Like, there's 5 different turbine sets and 3 different boilers, but with 2 of them having the same machinery but at different pressures. Eugen was set to operate at 1200 or 1250. Which was incredibly high maintenance, as you can imagine.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's the benefit. I guess you get more power, but at the same time, if you're spending like hours and hours just keeping it running, like, what's the damn point?
I think the idea was probably fuel efficiency.
Yeah, but still, I don't know.
Because the Germans had approximating 0 oil. Space? No, because the amount of space that machinery... Yeah, but they didn't save any space. Like, they used the same amount of space as was used in every other ship of the class with less pressure. In theory, you should be able to get, yeah, higher power per volume, but can you maintain it?
Oh yeah, that was the whole theory behind the higher pressure steam engines, because you could get more, like, for a smaller space, you get equivalent power to, like, look at the refits of, like, like, the mid-20s ships. They have machinery space and got them running at oftentimes higher speeds.
We're shy of that. Look at the New York class, which were originally triple expansion.
I mean, those, in accordance with that, you can't even run triple expansion at full power for long periods of time. like shake itself apart.
Yeah, but also triple expansion kind of made sense for the US Navy at that point in time, because
It did.
A, it was cheaper, and B, it was actually more fuel efficient at the time, because the turbines were incredibly inefficient.
Yeah.
There we go. Bullseye G5. Run into this random gulag building. Sorry, glorious Russian Black Sea Hotel. I do find it weird that a G5 came all the way over here, didn't take the point, and then turned around and got shot.
Kind of forgot I had this little USS New Jersey in a bottle.
You have a New Jersey in a bottle. That's...
Yeah.
Must be a big bottle.
Nah, it's a small one. It's like the size of my mouse.
Fair.
It's a whole YouTube channel.
Yeah. Pretty decent
Dude is
channel.
such a huge nerd and it's awesome.
Yeah. Like dream job.
Oh yeah.
I mean, dream job except for being at the whims of the government. Entire museum staff is on furlough because they're not allowed to be open. So they had a GoFundMe. Oh, they have a GoFundMe open. They asked for $20,000 to make YouTube videos, basically.
You know what do people do?
Hmm?
Did they
Oh,
get funded?
yeah, I mean, hell, I dropped a $5 on it.
I did. But the YouTube videos are awesome.
Yeah. I mean,
So it's interesting. I remember watching. Apparently, like it's still the ships are still technically available to be
they're
activated.
yeah.
Is like it's like kind of a weird clause, which I suppose makes sense because like I can understand why we scrapped all the other ships because it's like, well, I mean, it's an 8-inch, you don't really have an Iowa, like you know, you can't rebuild an Iowa.
Yeah.
But I mean, we don't even have the people know how to use those guns anymore, so what do we do about that?
Well, it's not even that. It's how many people in the world know how to operate spoilers properly.
The manuals are there, but it's the
Systemic experience.
yeah, and also the sort of like between the lines stuff that only time can really tell you.
Yeah.
They're also just old.
Yeah, you'd have to basically do a complete engine refit. The guns would need replacing. Like, they didn't replace the guns between Korea and the Gulf War.
How many rounds did it fire in that time? They only have a life expectancy of like 700 or something like that.
I know that New Jersey, or one of them, fired at least 600 rounds in one tour of Vietnam. But they found the barrel wear to be half of what they were expecting because of Swedish
I think they changed
additive.
some stuff to make it not wear as much.
Yeah, they had what they called Swedish additive. Titanium dioxide. They just painted the propellant bags white. And it reduced the fouling.
But I realized the point was circling. Come on, get
This was
Oh, I
a
should
very
definitely get it. Oh, that's crap.
We've captured most of the strategic zones.
torps. Torps in the deep. Toe. Put your toe button on. Reverse.
Oh shit. I'm screwed.
Are you following the instructions?
Oh, or maybe not actually.
Just a little more effort, and victory will surely be ours.
stuck on something. Oh, yeah, there's just random shallow spots in the ocean all around here. Well, I am presently floundering. More torps beside it.
I've pulled back, so hopefully I'll be fine, but I'm at like, 36% crew, it's not terrible.
I'm at take a hit and sink.
Cool.
As I said, I took a hit and now I'm sinking again. And I'm shooting at a crim, so... Haha. These things are so squishy, but they take so many hits, it's annoying. Also, there's a Helena. Oh well. I'm just going to sit here and be a gun battery until the boat either decides that it's not too shallow to sink in, or I explode, or this timer ticks down. I appear to have settled, for the most part.
Uh-oh. Server not responding.
Oh, that's always good. Here, you got the crim.
Nice. SCP is really good. What the hell? If, like, doesn't have super armor, then SCP is good. Which I suppose makes sense, man. It's kind of the point of SCP.
Meanwhile, Trick is sitting here with 3-minute repair times.
Oh god. I will try to help you, but there's also a lot of torps and I don't want to die.
Oh, I am capsizing slowly.
Uh-oh.
Well, I've got 7 seconds left on the timer anyway.
We're sinking.
Oh. The timer reset and then I died. That was strange. So, long story short, naval grind is still incredibly painful, but at least you're not losing money doing it now.